This was supposed to be a solo overlanding trip full of chill, mellow vibes. But somewhere between the canyon floor and a sketchy shelf road, I found myself face to face with my first rattlesnake encounter and a few life lessons I didn't know I needed. I'm Andrew, and this is Coast to Coast Off-Road Adventures. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Andrew, and this is Coast to Coast Outdoor Adventures. I left late last night, drove a long 5.5, 6 hour drive, and I am in San Bernardino National Forest, and I'm going to go off-roading and overlanding for the weekend in my new camper shell that I just got 4 days ago, something like that. So, stick around. Should be fun. Life's funny like that. You never really know what's around the next turn or fork in the road. Out here, it could be an epic view or a challenge you weren't planning on. How do I want to take this line? You can prepare the best you can, bringing the best gear you have, the right mindset, maybe a little patience in reverse. Because sometimes the trail takes more out of you than you expect. And today, I'm about to find out just how far my patience can stretch. So before I left, I planned a route on Onyx off-road. If you're not familiar with that, I highly recommend it. It's a very powerful navigation app. And I'm in the San Bernardino National Forest, and I routed out. I'm on green trails because I am by myself. Don't want to get into anything too crazy or technical, but I'm on East Indian Canyon Trail. I'm gonna take that up to San Jacinto Ridge Trail. I'm gonna plan to camp out somewhere on the ridge. Hopefully I find a nice epic campsite with an amazing view, and then I'm gonna finish out the San Jacinto Ridge Trail that will take me down into the town of Idlewild, and I'm going to grab some food there in town, and then I'm going to head back home. So I'm out here testing out my new camper. I just got my new camper and spent a night in it with my buddy Alan. If you didn't see that video, I will leave a link to it. While I am here camping, I am going to do the video on my camper shell. So I'll tell you who it's made by and how much it costs and all that fun stuff, and give you all the lowdown on it. So be looking out for that camper shell review. Until then, I'm not going to really tell you much about it. So I don't know if that video will come out before this video right here that I am doing now. So at any rate, be on the lookout. So yeah, this trail, even though it is green, it has been pretty technical. I have not been able to go very fast at all because the road is so rutted out with rain. I've landed on my bumper a couple of times with some pretty significant rock ledges. So yeah, not really a green trail. It's rated on Onyx a 2 out of 10. I think I would rate it a little more than that, maybe a 4 or at least a 3. But I mean, I'm having to go 5 miles an hour the whole way because this trail is just extremely rutted out, and it's crazy. Anybody have any idea why some random car out in the middle of the forest flipped over? Let me know. So it looks as though I'm almost in the bottom of the Indian Canyon, and here in a little while I will be going uphill. There is some switchbacks coming up, so that indicates to me that I'm going to start climbing out of this canyon and on my way to the San Jacinto Ridge trail. Looks like I'm about a third of the way through this trail. It was quite long, this trail. I will tell you right now, it's 23 miles long, so it is quite long. I think, like I said, I'm about a third of the way through, so it's a slow go. It's so rutted out, so bumpy. I hope the views at the top of San Jacinto Ridge Trail are worth it. So I have to see when we get there. All right, just went to the very bottom of the canyon, crossed over a dry creek bed, and now I am climbing on my way out of the canyon to San Jacinto Ridge Trail. And a few more pinstripes later. So, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm getting annoyed. I thought I was signing up for an easy, relaxing weekend, escaping the heat of the Arizona desert, setting up camp beneath forest pines, enjoying the peace and quiet that you can only experience being alone in nature. But no, this green trail that's rated a 2 out of a 10 has bounced me to death for the last 11 miles. I've been rattled in more ways than one. Seriously, I saw my first rattlesnake ever. And this trail is so bouncy that my brain was rattled 9 miles ago. This was supposed to be an unwinding weekend, but apparently, East Canyon Trail didn't get that memo. This trail is not a green trail. It's not rated, it's not a 2 out of 10. Just gonna go ahead and tell you that if you're gonna do this road, it's not a 2 out of a 10. I have been as much as 18 degrees off camber because of all the ruts, and it's in switchbacks, which makes that even more fun, being 18 degrees off camber in a switchback. And I've hit my bumper a couple of times, gotten some new bruises, so yeah, it's not a 2 out of a 10.
And just when you think it can't get any worse,
that is where I am going. Over there. Oh, more pinstripes. You're kidding me. Sean, with the story till now, would love this trail. It's a steep, sketchy road, which is what he loves. I don't really like them all that much. Oh Lord, help me. Alright, it's 12 o'clock. I have a very sketchy shelf road ahead of me. I'm on my way up to San Jacinto Ridge Trail. And I think I'm gonna stop and get some lunch because I need some food in me to conquer this road. So let's eat. Alright guys, so apologize for the shaky video. I don't have my gimbal. I left it in the cab. I'm in the back of my camper. I have this little portable fan that's coming in clutch because it is so hot. But I'm in the shade of my camper and I have this nice air flow thanks to that little portable fan. Got a hazy IPA, a ham and cheese sandwich with some crinkle cut sea salts and pepper chips. That's what's on the menu for today. I'm gonna eat this and then conquer that sketchy road. So I will not bore you with watching me eat. Okay. Let's tackle this shelf road, shall we?
Did I mention I'm annoyed? You can probably tell by this point my patience is starting to run on fumes. As I'm staring up at this shelf road, I'm questioning every decision I've made in life. It's narrow. Like, if my Jeep could breathe, she would need to suck in her gut kind of narrow. And the drop-off? Let's not talk about that. My palms are sweating as I'm editing this video in the comfort of my own home. I was planning a trip to Colorado to run Black Bear Pass and all those trails up there, but I don't think I want to anymore. And the bumps, they just keep coming. I'm over this trail, and I'm barely halfway through it.
Guys, I'm sweating, not because it's hot outside,
But this is nerve-wracking. You ever watch that movie Free Solo? Alex Honnold climbs El Capitan with no ropes. You know how your hands sweat the entire time you're watching that movie? Yeah. Kind of the same thing here. I'm almost to the top, I hope. I'm getting back into the interior of the mountain, so it's not right on the edge. So for the time being anyway, so that's nice. I'm thinking the hardest part's over with, but looking at the map, there's still a lot of switchbacks, which means more climbing. So I'm going downhill. I've made it to the top. I'm going downhill. I can see the road ahead of me. It's consistently going down. So it looks like sketchy shelf roads are no longer in my future. The bumps, however, they're not going away. Pinstripes keep coming. I mean, this road's 5 miles an hour, 10 if you're lucky. It's nothing technical, like I'm not in rocks. It's just such a washed out, rutted road that it's just nothing but bumps. Oh, I would not have done this trail had I known, but I don't know anyone that knows any trails in the area that can give me advice. All I'm going on is off-road, satellite imagery, and the ratings. This was rated a 2. I thought it was gonna be an easy, nice overlanding weekend experience, but this has been so far 5 grueling hours of just 5 miles an hour and just bumps, swaying back and forth, just head on a swivel. Learn from my mistakes, viewers, if you're watching this. If you're not into bumpy roads, if you're not into shelf roads, don't come on this road. Learn from my mistakes.
You remember those life lessons I talked about earlier? I promise there's a moral to this week's video. Out here, the trail and life can beat you down, rattle your nerves, make you swear you'll never do it again. And then, just like that, it hands you a moment like this. A quiet creek, massive boulders, wildflowers tucked under towering pines. It's nature's way of reminding us why we put up with all the bumps, the noise, the nerves, and frustration. Because sometimes the reward is just around the corner. The lesson I need to learn in my own life is to not focus on all the bad and be grateful for everything I do have. Most of us who are able to watch YouTube videos have thousands of reasons to be grateful. It's just the world we live in, where everything you want is at your fingertips, and we always want more. But if we stop, and if we listen to the world around us,
we'll find that everything we need, we already have. So, what's that saying? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade? I think there's a song about that.
Well, I think the man upstairs was listening to me complaining of how bumpy the road was, because I turned the corner and I just came across this beautiful, like, water crossing with huge boulders and huge pine trees and just totally different landscape than moments ago. So this is well needed. So I am right here at this water crossing where it's just so beautiful and like so different than anything I've seen this trip. But I was thinking about camping here, but you can see just how much more road I have to do from here to there. If I had to guess, that's probably 8 or 10 miles. So I'm looking here, and right here and here are these Stone Creek yellow post sites that are designated campsites. I was talking with a ranger the other day, and she was telling me that yellow post sites are first come, first serve, and they allow for fire rings or fires because they have rings. But that's going to be the closest campsite that I know for sure is there. All of this yellow says that means that you can camp there, but looking at the map, it doesn't look like there's any campsites. It looks like it's all narrow trail. Maybe right there might be a campsite, a wide enough spot in the road, and then that's the end of the camping. So I think because it's only 2 o'clock in the day, I'm gonna trudge along to this Stone Creek yellow post site and check that out. So, as beautiful as this place is, I'm gonna continue on. I hope this Stone Creek campsite works out. I hope it's in the shade too, because it's pretty warm outside. My truck only says it's 61 degrees, but I think it's hotter than that. I needed that little water crossing. I needed a break from all these bumps. I was getting frustrated. Okay. Stone Creek yellow post site. Campsite 1 over there. Okay. So that's an option. Man, that wasn't that far down the road. Let's see what this other one is like. It's a little further down the road. I can get some more miles under me. Here's campsite number 2 right there. So they are in the shade. That's good. But still, these are a little too close. I just left that water crossing, so defeats the whole purpose of me leaving that water crossing, to get more miles under me. If I only go a short distance and find these campsites. So I'm gonna trug along to the second one I saw. Seems to be at least a mile and a half, 2 miles more down the road. So see what that one's like. Okay, so both campsites 1 and 2 of Stone Creek Yellow Pine were a bust. They were just past that beautiful water crossing, so I kept trucking, and I am 4 miles from the end of this road, so that'll be easy to do tomorrow before making my way into Idlewild and then home. But guys, look at this campsite.
Well, today was a slow and steady grind. A long and bumpy road that was annoying at times and had me a little frustrated, but at the end of the day, this is my campsite. So, good things come to those that wait and that keep trugging along, even though things get tough from time to time. This is a beautiful, beautiful campsite. I mean, I can't ask for anything better than this. So even though today was rough, I did get to see that beautiful water crossing with the huge boulders and water trickling through and lilies and different grasses and different plants. So that was nice. And then I come across this campsite. So all in all, it's a good day. Even though things get tough, any day you are out in the woods, in nature, enjoying creation, it's a good day. It's hard to complain when you're standing in a spot like this. All right, that's my soapbox. I'm going to see what I'm going to make for dinner. You know, this trip didn't go the way I pictured it. What was supposed to be an easy, mellow weekend turned into a battle between my nerves and patience. The trail rattled my Jeep, rattled my brain, and threw more than a few doubts my way. But standing here at camp, with the sun dipping low into the horizon, I understand. The bumps, the snake, the shelf road, they're just part of the story. Out here, you realize how small you really are and how much we all need to feel that way every once in a while. Here, the challenges make the peace and quiet sweeter, the views sharper, and the silence deeper. I'll leave East Canyon Trail with a few new scratches, a couple of lessons, and a reminder that the best rewards are the ones you earn the hard way. Now, fast forward to tomorrow morning at some random gas station.
All right, that's gonna do it for this week's adventure. I'm at a gas station. I just filled up and I'm airing up right now. Got some convenience store pizza for lunch. So, hey, thanks for coming along with me on this adventure. That road was long and bumpy, but learned some lessons from it. If you like the channel, Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I am 204 subscribers away from hitting 500, which is YouTube's level where you get monetized. So I'll start making a little bit of dough from these videos I bring to you each week or every other week. So costs you absolutely nothing, but it helps me a ton. So subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Look, tell a man no trouble, I don't want beef, man, I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on site. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah, no need for the snoozing.